I was actually.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask if you minded if I did a plug of a paranormal group that reached out to us.
No, I
No.
don't want you doing that. No, I remember that. Wasn't that a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, it was, and I told him. I said, we're not recording for a while, so it's gonna be a
Oh,
while before this goes out.
good. I'm glad you let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Who were they again?
So, Ness Point Paranormal reached out to us. They're a paranormal group out of the UK, of all fucking cool ass places.
Love it. Best friends
I know.
forever.
That's what I said too. They were so cute. They reached out to me, just kind of chatting it up, and I'm just like, hell to the yes, because if we ever make it to the UK, then we can partner up and we can investigate some of these places. So, thing is, they sent me a picture of a cemetery. They were ghost hunting, and they're out in the cemetery at night. And they were like, just take a look at this picture, and what do you see? Because this is a picture that has divided our group. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, well, let me take a look at it. So, um, let me send you this picture.
I cannot
Uh,
wait. This
that,
is awesome. There's like turbulence in their life, and they reach out to us
yes,
to solve their
yes.
problems. No, I'm just joking. I'm sure they just want. They probably asked a lot of people's opinion on it, but
They probably did, but that's so yeah, it was so like we are the relationship fixers in their group. So I just sent Wendy this picture. They took this outside of a cemetery somewhere in the UK, and it's a really weird picture. First of all, you'll notice that there's just tons of shit floating around, orbs or dirt, because they're outside. They're kicking this stuff up, I assume, into the air. But when you like look at it a little bit harder, which is what I did, I see something that appears to be kind of squatting around the side of the
yes.
corner there of the church. You see it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I saw it right away. There is a lot of
Huh?
other like little, it's like it's foggy or something, and then there's the
Yes.
blots of, dew or whatever in the air. But
Yeah.
you can because you see arms and you see legs, and it's almost like
That's
he's
what I
got
saw.
white boots on or something.
Hmm.
I can if you zoom in, you start to see an old man's face, like almost very clearly. I can see
Nice.
his beard, or well, his mustache, and he probably has a beard underneath that because it all looks white. And
Yeah,
I see
it's white.
nose and eyes and forehead. Now the body shape with that head is not very proportional, so
Right.
maybe I'm seeing something, but because it's
Or
it just doesn't fit. His body would be very wide, the arms, it's just but that's what I see. I don't know what to tell you.
no, that is crazy because I saw the exact same thing. Of course, I went right back to him and I was like, yeah, I do see this, what appears to be something squatting around the corner there of the church. And the person reached back to me. They're like, that's crazy because, half of us do not see that and half of us do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm immediately, I saw it. And yeah, Wendy pinpointed that it's a little disappropriate. Who knows? What happens to you in the spiritual realm. I mean, you're a spirit now. You're no longer flesh and bone. I mean, maybe your head stretches out a little bit. Maybe you still have that beard, but it's just that it's your face is more long, elongated or being, I don't know.
Yeah, I might be including other things to widen out his body too that are not
Mhm.
actually a part of his body. I
Right.
mean, maybe that's a tree trunk or whatever in the background that I think is the rest of his arm because now I see actually where that this other thing could be his arm. What is the strangest is it looks like he has got a belt buckle or
That's what
whatever.
I see too. Yeah,
It's
and I
so
see the belt buckle.
prominent that I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what is this belt buckle? Because it is huge.
It is. Look, I see this as sort of like a larger man with
Hmm.
this huge belt buckle who's just, and maybe he's not squatting, but maybe he's just actually very, he's kind of shrugged over. He's like, I'm so tired. I just can't even stand up anymore. He's like, ugh. And his arms are just hanging way down to his knees because he's just like, ugh, God, why? Oh man, there's people here. Now I got to go hide behind this church,
Oh, I'm starting to think, what if that's an arm, like curved? It's like he's holding his belly. Maybe that's not a belt buckle. Then maybe that's his hand.
Oh, it's this
And
way.
that's why he's kneeling over, like, oh, my
Oh,
tummy.
dude. Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe he died from a stomach wound.
Something. I think it's a good photo. I can see the problems involved with it.
Yeah.
Out in the elements, there's already a bunch of blotchy stuff because of the elements. So, it's not one that you're going to go to like the news and be like, we did it. This is this
Here it is.
guy.
Evidence. Yeah.
Look at it. But this is interesting. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's worth holding on to and saying this could be something.
Yep.
Investigate that location more often and look for this guy or get him, see if he'll talk to you. Was that you in the photo? Is your tummy okay?
I know. Is your tummy okay? They are still hitting this spot up. I
Yeah,
know
I would imagine.
they're on Instagram. They even have a cool YouTube channel. Like I said, they're Ness Point Paranormal. I watched some of their videos. I love the picture, and I love that they reached out to us. I thought that was super cool. I hope that they did a solid and extended that olive branch, because one day we'll be out there and we want to investigate with them. And maybe we can go here and check out this guy. Maybe they'll have some more information for us in the future. But yeah, I thought that was cool, and I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to them again for doing that. There's not that many paranormal groups. It seems like here recently I've had a few more groups that have just been a little bit more friendly to us, and I don't know if it's just because of the times and people being caught up in their houses for so long. They're like, God, all these people on Instagram, let me just try and talk to them.
Yeah.
But before, when Wendy and I were breaking ground as paranormal investigators, it was few and far between that we actually found other paranormal investigators that wanted to share their evidence and say, hey, what do you think about this? They were just like, that's my evidence, and we're not
Like,
going to share it
yeah,
with you.
like you're gonna take it from them, or
I don't
they're
want it.
afraid to. Yeah, they're afraid of what you might say. But I think people are a lot more open with it now. And then, yeah, during this whole pandemic, we've talked a lot more with other paranormal groups, and that's been cool. That's the whole reason that we do this, is to communicate with like-minded people.
Yes, exactly. I took the paranormal groups a lot like you take a fisherman. And when a fisherman has a spot where he's constantly able to get fish, he's not going to tell a fucking person about that spot. That is his spot. So these other paranormal groups kind of seemed like, you don't need to know about my location, because it's like some trophy, and we're not there to actually capture anything. We are there, to kind of experience it so that we can make more believers out of other people who aren't. These things, they happen, they exist, and yeah, we just kind of want to spread the word. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
But